Greetings, dramatic, flamboyant, proud Leo. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader, and right now I'm going to get into the June 2019 forecast for Leo, and I'm going to do some tarot cards and also talk about the planets and the transits. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and watch the video for your sun, moon, and rising to get the fullest scope of your June. And definitely contact me to have your own chart done and your own cards read, because that's when you really get the most out of this stuff. But these general readings for the month are really quite insightful too, I think. So Leo, as we enter the month of June, I see a woman who is having financial setbacks or setbacks and obstacles in business or finance. But it looks like those setbacks will be overcome in the month of June. The basis, we see that there may be some escaping or avoiding going on for Leo about something. What's leaving is the King of Pentacles. That's a man of business or finance. It can also be an earth sign like a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. What could come into being is the Five of Rods reversed. That is resolving a dispute or conflict. What will come into being, looks like there's a completion for Leo around the, 20th or so of the month. Around the 18th maybe. Fears or insecurities. It may have to do with your public profile, or it could have to do with your vision in general. Others see you as getting over something, getting over some disappointments from the past, and turning around in gratitude of what is still salvageable in the situation that you are disappointed about. Your positive feelings are about the summer and vacation and having fun and a good time. And the outcome is the Magician reverse. So this is about a man not taking initiative in something at the end of the month of June. So that's the tarot forecast. And now I'm going to get a little bit into the planets. As we enter the month of June, the Sun and Mercury are in Gemini. The Moon, Venus, and Uranus are all in Taurus. Mars and the North Node are both in Cancer. Saturn and Pluto are both Capricorn retrograde. Jupiter's in Sagittarius retrograde. Neptune is in Pisces. And Chiron is in Aries. And so Leo, June 3rd is the new moon of Gemini. And if you've followed me or watched my videos before, you know that new moons are very rich and fertile soil, spiritual soil, cosmic soil, to plant the seeds of intention that we want to manifest in the material realm. And each new moon has different themes that it particularly supports and empowers. And the Gemini new moon is all about communication. And I call this the writer's new moon. If you have anything that you are doing with writing, it is a great time to set intentions around it with this new moon. If you are starting something, a new writing project, whether it's writing a script, a play, a song, an essay, a thesis, anything like that, it's great to set intentions for that and clarify your vision under this new moon. Also, if you need to clear up any communication with somebody, this is a great new moon to set intentions around that. Did you have an argument, or is there someone you haven't spoken to for years? Great time to set intentions about that kind of thing. Just really anything, if you have concerns about public speaking, just to enhance it, to help your confidence with that, the Gemini new moon is great if in aiding and expressing yourself in any way. And also, Gemini rules the nervous system. And so any intentions around nerves or anxiety, it's great to set intentions under the new moon of Gemini. June 4th, Mercury enters Cancer. So Mercury's been in Gemini, now it's a more watery Mercury. Collectively, the communication becomes a little bit more emotional, a little bit more intuitively based, more focused on personal matters. Mercury is not Taurus, is not Leo's, excuse me, I'm on the Leo reading right now. Mercury in Cancer is not Leo's favorite Mercury because it's a very watery Mercury and Leo's very fiery. However, you know, it's fine, and next it'll be in Leo towards the end of the month, which is a great time for Leos. June 6th, Jupiter is forming a sexquiquadrate with Uranus, and that's Jupiter in Sagittarius at 19 degrees Sagittarius, forming the sexquiquadrate with Uranus at 4 degrees Taurus. And this is important for anyone who's born from like 16 degrees Leo to 22 degrees Leo, let's say. If your sun is in any of those degrees, this is going to be significant to you because Sagittarius trines Leo. And so you will be feeling the effects of this transit. And this transit has to do with a feeling of restlessness or rebelliousness. It brings the possibility of taking foolish risks for the sake of freedom. It's definitely not a good aspect for any kind of financial speculation. June 8th, Venus enters Gemini. Venus is attraction, Venus is romance, Venus is creativity. Gemini is communication, it's intellect, it's words and thoughts. And so when Venus is in sailing through Gemini collectively, there's we like to communicate about the senses. We like to communicate about art. We like to communicate about romance. We're attracted to things that stimulate us mentally. In romance, we are using words more. Maybe we're writing love letters. If you're single, you're more romantically curious when Venus is in Gemini. If you're in a relationship, you and your partner might be having more of a mental connection in your relationship during this phase. And so that's all Venus and Gemini stuff. June 14th, Jupiter forms a semi-sextile with Saturn. And again, this is for 16 degrees. If you're anywhere from 15 degrees to 21 degrees Leo, this is going to be a significant aspect for you because it's forming a trine with the Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's retrograde. And so this aspect is good for practical sense in business and just for conducting life in general. It's a benevolent aspect. It's expansion in that area for you. And June 16th, Jupiter is forming a square with Neptune. Again, this is, people from 16 degrees to 20 degrees Leo will feel this the most. And it's about, just be careful. Don't be too gullible. Don't gamble. Don't do drugs. Don't get involved in a cult or any kind of, start following any religious thing too hardcore. This is a time where your capacity to believe is expanded. Jupiter is expansion. Neptune is idealism, but there can be confusion with Neptune and things like that. So, June 17th is the full moon of Sagittarius, and the full moon of Sagittarius is a really great, fun, energetic full moon for Leo, especially anyone who's born from 23 degrees Leo to 27 degrees Leo is going to be feeling this. If you're born at 25 degrees Leo, it's going to be exact for you. You're going to be feeling energetic, fierce. It's a good time to exercise. Make sure you get some of that energy out. You're very passionate in your emotions and your feelings. Your emotions are heightened. Sagittarius in general is a very exploratory full moon. It highlights and illuminates issues like philosophy, education, religion, travel, things of that nature. And as always, the full moon is the time to charge your crystals, so that they're all ready to go by the next new moon that's coming up. Yeah, so June 18th, Saturn is forming a sextile with Neptune. That's Saturn in Capricorn forming a sextile with with Neptune in Pisces. And I'm not going to get too much into that aspect for Leos in this video, but if you're interested in knowing more about it and where it's happening in your specific chart, definitely contact me for your own birth chart and or transit reading, and we can get more into that aspect. June 21st is a big day in June. It's the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. It's also Neptune goes retrograde and the sun enters Cancer. So energetically, it's a big shift day on the 21st. We're entering a new season and there's a lot going on in the sky. And the summer solstice in general is a great time to be outside, celebrate nature, have fun. It's a time of enlightenment and illumination, and I think really a time to just celebrate Mother Earth and beauty. And Neptune going retrograde is, it has very subtle, nuanced effects, and it really depends on which house it's traveling through in your chart and which of your personal planets it's aspecting. So again, that's, although it's a major shift and something that I do want to talk to people about, it's a kind of a time to face the music is a slogan term, I guess, for Neptune going retrograde. But where it happens in your chart and how, because it's one of the slower moving planets, it's really, you know, kind of a one-on-one reading kind of thing. And Neptune is subtle, it's nuanced. It's not, it doesn't hit you over the head with the frying pan like, you know, like some of the planets might, I don't know, Saturn or something. And the sun enters Cancer also on the 21st. And so when the sun enters Cancer for that month, you know, Cancerian themes are highlighted. There's a lot of illumination around Cancerian themes. That's the mother, that's the feminine, that's home, that's family, that's safety and security, that's protectiveness, that can be mysticism and emotions, and all of those things are highlighted through the Cancer season. So wish all your Cancer friends happy birthday. And June 24th, Jupiter forms a quincunx with the true node in Cancer. And for if you're 15 degrees to 19 degrees Leo, this the Jupiter is forming a trine with your sun. And this is an aspect where your religious, moral, and education values may be at conflict with, you know, society or, you know, the greater group somehow. It can also be having difficulty adjusting in a social institution. And June 25th, Uranus is quintile the true node. Uranus at 5 degrees Taurus, quintile the true node in Cancer. And 17 degrees, and I don't think that I'm going to get into that one too much because again, it's not, it just depends on where it is in your chart, and I would do that more on a one-on-one transit reading with you to see if it's affecting your personal planets at all and which house it's in. And then June 26th, Mercury enters Leo, so, you know, June 26th, Leo, if, you know, if you felt a damper in, you know, communication issues while Mercury was in Cancer, you are going to be getting your voice back come June 26th, and you are going to have a lot to say and be very passionate about sharing your ideas. And, you know, just be careful, Leo, because this could be a time when you're doing, once Leo enters Mercury, you may be doing more talking than listening, and so maybe you just want to, you know, have an awareness around that and try and balance it out a little bit, even though you're very passionate about and what you want to express at this time. And so, yeah, that's really June at a glance. That's the Cliff Notes. Again, it always works best if I read for you one-on-one. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you didn't like the video, then give me a don't like, but I hope you liked it. Please follow me on Instagram at astrology.tarot.eliannicole. And yeah, subscribe, share it with your friends. Did I leave anything out? Call me for your own reading. I can read over the phone. I can read on FaceTime. I can read in person if you're in Los Angeles. And I look forward to reading for you soon. Have a great June, Leah.